Yeah. Woof, woof, woof. But yeah, I was just telling Wolfie, sometimes you got to go with what you know. And just because New Orleans kicked the hell out of, we're talking about the Philly game last night or tonight, Philadelphia versus New York Giants. Just because I knew the Giants were pretty good, but then when the Giants lost at New Orleans the way they did, it made me question my decision to pick them against Philly. I just wish I would have. There's Janice Ruskies. I
Hi,
wish I
Jana.
would have. Yeah, I wish I would have just stayed with what I really wanted to do, which was pick the Giants. So just because some team will lose one week and then they're good the next week. Now, see, I won't. That sometimes is not good. So now what I've noticed is the pattern. So are the Giants going to come out next week and be flat against their next opponent? See how they went good, bad, good, bad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be hesitant to pick them until they can show me good again. But I did see some. I saw that Scatterbo guy was clicking. I saw Jackson Dart was clicking, even though that was a bonehead move to go and run into the 350-pound lineman like he did. Did you see what he did? Did you see that when he darted into the middle of the damn line?
Yeah, I
He's
saw that.
lucky he
Yeah.
didn't get his helmet almost got ripped off. Okay, he is crazy for doing what he just did. You just don't do that kind of stuff unless you got a bunch of other bodies around you. I thought when he went to that medical tent, I didn't think he was coming back to the game. I thought they were going to rule him a concussion. He got lucky. He got lucky. He's got to stop doing that. Or if he's going to keep doing that stupid shit, you better call Tua and get his damn helmet manufacturer.
Right.
Yeah, because he damn near got his head taken off
Well, you
tonight.
see that's kind of where I sided with Philly when I was making my decision because I mean they're of course the defending champs. Their record's still really good, and then I was like, well, the Giants have been making very risky calls, and so I just thought Philly would go out there and walk through, but they didn't. So
Well, the thing with Philly too is I noticed this. Yeah, I was telling Wolfie the lack of spirit. They seem to be lacking spirit. They have not played good for basically all year. They haven't done well at all. They've won games, but they're not playing good at all. They're not happy. You know, like if you look at their faces, they're not. They don't have the spirit. They've lost a lot of their motivation. So I
hey,
think
Space Taco.
they need to find that again. And yeah, it's Taco, but they need to find that spirit and they need to fix whatever it is. If the defense and the offense are pointing fingers at each other, which is what I think it is, I think that's causing problems. Because that's what happens. A lot of times people will keep sputtering on offense, and then the defense gets tired of bailing your ass out, and then they start fighting. And sometimes you don't see it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I got a
exactly.
bad feeling that's what's going on with Philly because I can't figure out anything else that it could possibly be.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling there's a disconnect between the defense and the offense. So they
Thank you
better
for
fix
the
it.
18 that's watching. I appreciate it.
Yeah, they better get their shit fixed up, or it's gonna be a real long season for Philly, and they're gonna be going in the back door with the wild card versus the way they always do it with the home field advantage. So now Detroit's looking like top of the NFC. What do you think AFC is looking like? Like if you had to right now predict like going to the Super Bowl, I would say it would be Detroit and I guess Buffalo, maybe. I don't know. I
Uh,
guess Buffalo.
if you were going off of gameplay right now,
Yeah.
it's either going. I think it will be Jacksonville, Buffalo in the AFC Championship. I would see Detroit and
Don't pick Minnesota.
no, um,
You think the Rams, maybe?
probably the Rams.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Detroit
saying
versus the
too.
Rams for the NFC Championship, and then those would meet in the Super Bowl. So yeah, I would ultimately think that it would probably be the Rams versus um Buffalo, but I would love to see Detroit make it. But
Yeah. Yeah, isn't Detroit the only team that's never won the Super Bowl? Or one of
yeah, they're one of the ones that haven't. Yeah,
there's two of them?
I think there's three left if I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
mistaken.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who those teams are. Obviously, wait, did Carolina ever win it? Did they get it with Cam Newton? I can't remember if they.
No, I don't think so.
Let me see what the Google says here. What if NFL teams have never won a Super Bowl? I know it's Detroit. It's why is it saying here?
I mean, the obvious ones that have had Super Bowls: Detroit, Miami, Washington, Cowboys, Packers, Colts, Patriot. The Chargers have had good teams, but I don't think Chargers have ever had a good team either. For those of y'all watching, please hit the like and subscribe. It does help and it is appreciated.
I can't believe it's not giving me what I asked for. It won't even tell me. Which NFL teams have never won a Super Bowl? I mean, it won't even give it to me. There are 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl. No, it can't be that many.
No.
This thing's screwing up big time. It's telling me the Buffalo Bills have never won a Super Bowl.
Jacksonville hasn't. Detroit.
Here's what it told me of people that didn't win Super Bowls. Wolfie, listen. Arizona, Atlanta, Buffalo, Carolina, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit, Houston, Jacksonville, LA Chargers, Minnesota Vikings, and Tennessee Titans. That's what it just said.
Actually, that
It says,
sounds pretty accurate, actually.
I don't know if it is. I just didn't think it was 12.
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
Because Buffalo sounds to be like the one that would have won.
No, I know they
Buffalo
haven't.
Bills Super Bowl.
They've made it to the Super Bowl, but they haven't ever won.
Yeah, they've been to the Super Bowl 4 times.
When Kelly was quarterback, but never won.
It says they never won, so I guess that was accurate. I guess there's 12 teams. How little did I know? I didn't know it was that many teams. That's a lot of teams. That's like 1/3 of the league has not won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty bad.
It kind of makes it makes NFL to me a little bit more boring to watch because it's always
the same people are always winning. Yeah, yep. Same people keep winning.
When money's involved, the rich teams prevail, and it's always the same teams over and over and over. That's why I think I thought that the college was heading the same way, but now that they're capping the NIL, that should fix that problem. But I knew that's where it was heading, so I'm glad that they're making the changes now for college. But well, since we went ahead and started on the NFL talk, we'll go ahead and go back over our NFL picks right quick.
All right.
So obviously we picked wrong for the game tonight. We chose the Eagles by the spread, and it wound up being a landslide Giants win. So the first game we'll go back over will be the Broncos versus the Jets. I still am pretty convinced that the Broncos won by the spread on that one.
Yeah, I think so too. The Jets are kind of a mess right now.
There's the Coastie.
That Coastie. Like the 4 teams Coastie wrote down, that's the teams that I knew of. I didn't realize there was 12 of them.
Hello, Kylie and crew. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe. It is appreciated.
Yep. Siley and the crew. Yep.
All right. And then
yeah.
You got the Chargers and the Dolphins.
Yeah, I would pick Chargers for sure.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are probably going to pull out some miracle win, but I wouldn't count on it. But I just am so mad at the Dolphins right now. I'm going to be probably hating on the Dolphins. But the Chargers are a really good team. I thought the Chargers could be playoff contenders this year. So I don't know. I'm going with the Chargers. I really like the Chargers. I like Herbert. I like Harbaugh as coach.
Now here's the ones that we're going to have to start thinking on. Originally we both sided for them, but they're probably right now the most talented team as far as staying on the winning consistency goes. It's the Detroit Lions heading to Kansas City, and Kansas City does have a 1.5 point favorite toward them by the experts.
Yeah, I know. That's Kansas City is tough to beat at home. They really are. Oh boy, I think it's too close to call. I'd avoid betting on that game if you guys bet. I would just not bet on that game at all. Because it's basically dead even. I mean, it could go either way. I mean, what Mahomes is going to show up?
But here's what it boils down to: if you have money on the line and you had to make a choice, who?
I'd probably go with Detroit by 1 point. I'd go with Detroit by 1 point, which would beat the spread. So I guess I would go Detroit, just barely.
And you know me, I love the Lions. I do. And I originally said the Lions.
I know you're going Kansas City, aren't you? Because I was thinking about going Kansas City too right now.
I have a feeling that they've been having some miscommunications this year. I just have a feeling that they're going to have this one game that they're just all of a sudden going to click, and they're going to have a really good game. So I'm going to actually stick with the expert spread and say Kansas City, only because I know that they're overdue to click.
It's true. I think Kansas City is really aggressive right now. So yeah, I'm gonna barely go Detroit by 1, but I would avoid betting on that game.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one for sure. All right, so as we have found out, Flacco has left the Browns. He's with Cincinnati now. But the Cleveland Browns are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's at home for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, remember that we picked Pittsburgh because that was another game too close to call. I think it's going to be a too close to call game, but I went with Pittsburgh just because of home field.
Yeah, I think I'm still feeling pretty confident about them. Um, just write down spread. I think Aaron Rodgers puts enough experience and knowledge to overcome. So yeah, I think that spread of 4.5 points will probably be pretty darn close. So I'm sticking with the Steelers as well. So this is another one that's too. I mean, really, the NFL is a hard one to really
Yep, because
make decisions
anybody can
on.
beat anybody. That's the problem. You know,
Yeah.
we don't even know what's behind the scenes. Like, is there corruption? Maybe. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things to factor in with these games.
The problem with the NFL is that money talks. Money, 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 money. It's
Yeah,
the
and yeah, if
business.
people get you could probably buy 2 or 3 stars and say, hey, just have a shitty game and bet against them, and bingo, you're rich.
Yeah, yeah. And they say that there's no scripting to it, but I'm pretty sure the somebody in the higher ups are getting those betting lines and going to the owners or GMs and telling them what's going on. So
Yeah, because remember there was a game where some guy fumbled like 3 times. A guy that never fumbles. It was who was that back? It was Derrick Henry. Remember that game where Derrick Henry coughed up that ball or something like that? He lost the game. Remember that? That I thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
suspicious.
yeah. We even
That
talked
was
about it.
so
It kind of looked like
suspicious.
it was on purpose.
It did, yeah. It was real skeptical to me. It really looked, I don't know. I just when I saw it, it didn't seem right.
All right, now this one to me is really tricky. Um, New England Patriots going to New Orleans to take on the Saints.
Yeah, New Orleans just came off that big win, dominant win. But then who is it? Yeah. So is it the same New Orleans team going to show up and play again, real good like that? I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, both teams came off of a big win. I mean,
yeah. So that's another too close to call. What's the spread say?
it's 3.5.
What 3.5?
Yeah, towards the pass.
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of think the Pats are on a roll right now, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I originally said the Saints would win by a point and a half, but I really don't know. It's a this one to me is a really tough one because I mean Alvin Kamara can break out, have a really good game, or the Patriots could shut him down and the Saints will get trounced. I mean, uh,
Let's see something. New Orleans Saints football schedule.
The Saints will face off against the Patriots on Sunday at 1 p.m.
Well, the Saints beat the Giants convincingly. Let's see. The Bills won. Seahawks. Yeah, I'm sticking with the Patriots. I just did my tiebreaker just now. My tiebreaker was to look at the opposition and the wins and the losses and things, and yeah, I'm gonna use that as my tiebreaker. Patriots by like 3 points tops, or whatever, 4 points. Patriots by 4. Just barely make the spread.
I'm drawn. I'm just going to stick with what I originally guessed because I really don't know. All right, we got the Rams taking on the Ravens in Baltimore, and the Rams are a 7.5 point favorite. You originally was going with the spread. I said Rams would win by 14, but can the Rams stay consistent? I think that's the better question.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a tough one. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with my original prediction. All right, I finished my little stack here.
Yeah, depending upon the consistency factor, I think I'm in agreement on the spread. I'm going to change from 14 to the spread myself. So we're in
Oh wait,
agreement
it's still
on
it's
that
still
one.
14 points. It's still 14.
No, the spread is 7.5. I chose that it was
Oh, okay.
14. So I'm just changing my opinion.
Yeah, okay.
Um, and then of course the Cardinals. They lost a heartbreaker against the Tennessee Titans, who suck. And they're taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Taylor is
Colts
one
are
of the
hot.
better
Yeah.
halfbacks in the NFL right now.
Yeah, we're going Colts. Remember, we said we were going to ride the wave on that one.
We both agreed to the spread, which was 6.5 points.
Yeah, we figured about 10-point win.
Then you got the Seahawks taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Jacksonville is a 1.5 point favorite. Jacksonville just came off that huge win against Kansas City. Originally, Ted, you said that Seattle would win by a field goal or more. I said Jacksonville by 6.
Yeah.
Any changes on thoughts or anything on your end?
I'm going to just stay with the original prediction.
Okay, then the rest should go fairly quick because I don't think I'm making any changes on these. Dallas Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers. Panthers are at home, 3.5 point spread. I chose.
Yeah, and I remember I picked Dallas on that. I picked Dallas.
Yeah, I mean you both went with Dallas, and I said Dallas by 6. Then you got the Tennessee Titans versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders is a 4.5 point favorite. We both agreed on the spread originally.
Yeah, we think the Raiders are finally going to get their stuff together here.
Then we have the 49ers taking on the Bucks. 2.5 point spread towards the Bucks. I went with the spread.
Yeah, I kind of picking the Bucks to win that one. Remember?
Yeah.
I just think the Bucks are going to win that. I don't know why, but I see like a 4-point Bucks win. Every time I go against them Bucks, they kick me in the teeth. Every damn time.
Yeah, I'm the same way. All right, now the next one was the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers. Bengals just picked up Joe Flacco. Originally we both went against the spread, but the Packers win.
I think the Packers win, but what's the point spread?
14.5.
That's just too damn big. Okay, so I know the Packers are going to win, but they're not going to win by that much. No way.
All right, so yeah, we're keeping the same there. All right, and then on Monday you got the Buffalo Bills going to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. 3.5 point spread. Ted, you originally said beating the spread, and I said Atlanta by 1.5.
Yeah, I'll stay with what I picked on that one.
All right, so you think the Bills will go more than 3.5? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the one that I have a friendly wager on with D-Man, the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders. I keep on wanting to say Redskins. 4.5 point favorite towards Washington. I have them winning by 14. You originally said by a field goal.
Yeah, I think Chicago shows up when you least expect it, and I think Washington's going to win, but I don't think it's going to be by more than like 3 to 5 points. That's it.
Okay, so do you want to stick with the 3 or do you want to go with the spread?
What's the spread?
4.5.
I think I want to go with the spread. I think they're just going to make the spread on that one.
All right, so that takes care of the NFL side. And now what I have my background as college football. We're looking at tonight game, Friday night. We have number 24 South Florida taking on North Texas. South Florida's 4-1. North Texas is 5-0.
Yeah, I'm going South Florida. I've seen the competition, the level of competition that they played this year, and that team is just kicking butt. Simple as that. I don't care that North Texas is undefeated. Okay, I think South Florida is going to win. And what's the spread on that?
It's 1.5.
Yeah, they're going to easily. They're favored by 1.5.
Yeah, South Florida is favored by 1.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I see them winning by at least 3, if not more.
Okay, so
It's really the competition. I mean, South Florida has got one hell of a team, and they got one hell of a quarterback.
beats.
And yeah, Miami kind of kicked their butt, but other than Miami, when they were at Miami too, that's the only kind of bad game they had because Miami's offensive line is the best in the nation. It really is.
I originally said North Texas by 3. It's really too close to call, but I want to keep it because North Texas has had some really blowout convincing wins.
North Texas full schedule. Yeah, I want to see if they played anybody.
North Texas will play South Florida today at 7:30 p.m.
It's going to be a hell of a game, I think. I don't know. I just looked at here's who they beat so far. Here's what gives me concern. They only beat South Alabama by 14 points. Okay. They also just in overtime they beat Army. I'm just not on. Okay, yes, they beat Washington State. That was the one big game they had. Washington State sucks. Then they barely beat WMU. Okay, then Lamar. Who the hell's Lamar? And I just don't see any level of competition. I'm even debating on, saying that South Florida is going to beat them by 10. But there's no necessary. I just know that they're going to win by 3+. I don't see Texas winning that game in any which way or shape. I don't see them beating South Florida at all. I should be picking them by 10 points.
Well, I mean, beat spread would cover that if they won by over 10. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with my original guess because, I mean, you never know what's going to happen in college football. The biggest surprises can happen at any time. And I just seen some weird stuff. It's at North Texas, too.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't go by 10. That's the only reason why I went by 3 because it's at North Texas. If that was at South Florida, I would be saying by 10 or 14.
And that's why I was saying what I was saying the other day. I mean, if it was a home game for South Florida, there is no way North Texas is going to go in there and win. But with it being a home game for them and them being undefeated,
yeah, it's just the level of competition is not the same.
I'm just saying confidence can go a long way.
Yeah, it can. It can. But yeah, I'm expecting South Florida to win big, or at least win.
Space Taco just asked, and I think that's a yes, but I'll let you answer that.
That's Sacco and Coasty. I know they're all waiting for me to do a panel live. That's what you guys are waiting on, aren't you?
Yeah, we're almost done here, folks. Just bear with us here. It isn't like we're going to have to break down everything. We're just making minor adjustments if we need to make them off of what we already picked. So I mean, this really shouldn't take on all that long. All right, so just to recap here for Saturday, we got Tennessee taking on Arkansas in Knoxville. Spread is 12.5 points. I've got Tennessee by 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the spread is too?
No, it's 12.5.
That's kind of aggressive. I mean, Arkansas has been kind of like normally to have better teams and they haven't been playing good. So I'll go with Tennessee winning for sure. I'm kind of indecisive about that spread, but I
Well, I
guess I'm gonna go
mean,
with
you're
it.
looking at Sam Pittman got fired, and they got 2 players in the transfer portal already. They probably psychologically are already kind of losing it anyways. I think the spread is probably accurate. I'm going.
Yeah, I mean you're right because you're right. The team morale right now could be down. So yeah, I definitely know Tennessee's playing good though. So
But I
I guess
mean,
I'll go with the
on the
spread.
same token, Tennessee was only had 1 loss going into the Arkansas game last year in Arkansas, and Arkansas pulled the upset. So I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I'm more confident with this Tennessee team. I'm gonna stay with Tennessee in the spread because of the like you said, the portal and the coach and all that. You know, it's too much.
Yeah,
Too
there's
much
too much
negative.
going on right now.
Too much negativity with that around that program right now.
I mean, they do got Bobby Petrino back at the helm, but I don't think 1 game's going to make that big of a difference.
No, Aguilar's getting better too. He's getting more settled. So
And then plus the 2 halfback tandem of Bishop and Thomas is always a good part too.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make any changes. I'm trying to think. Did I see anything that was going to make me changes? Because I don't think I'm making any changes to the college football. I don't think there's anything. I got to yell at somebody.
Okay.
Wolfie and I are doing a live, man. Just be careful on these. Don't do these video calls with us. All right, I was gonna say nasty shit to them, but yeah, we just got a video call, guys. It screws up the streams. It messed you up too, Wolfie, right? Because it mutes you. Is what it does.
Yeah, it kind of caused an echo there for a minute. I think we're good now, though.
Yeah, thank God there's no echo. We got lucky. You know, it was D man that did it. He always does it.
I knew it.
He
For
always
whatever
does it. He
reason,
never
I
looks
knew
to
it.
see if we're live. Yeah, he never looks to see if we're live.
All right, let's see here. Now we got undefeated Ohio State, #1 in the country, going on to Illinois to take on the Fighting Illini. I went with the spread, which is 14.5. I think you've done the same if I wrote it down
Yeah, but
correctly.
that was actually the only game I was thinking of changing because I don't like Illinois, but I don't know if Ohio State is going to blow out Illinois by 15 points. Is it at Illinois or is it at Ohio State?
It's at Illinois.
See, that concerns me a little bit. That's a pretty aggressive spread because I'm thinking more like a 10-point game. I'm seriously thinking about going against the spread. Ohio State's definitely going to win, but I think I'm going against the spread. That's the only change I'm going to probably make right there. I'm going to go by like 10 points, maybe 11. I don't think it's going to be the 14. Well, 15. You might as well call it 15, but I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a little closer. I don't know. I think Illinois is going to be up to playing the #1 team in the country, and I think they're going to be wanting to try to knock them off to get another big rating, so they go back up in the ratings. I think
Right.
they're gonna bust their butt trying not to look good. I think that was the only game I remember regretting because that was that big spread. That was the only game I did think about that. You know what? I think they're gonna make it tighter because I don't like Illinois, but they do have a good team. So you have to think it through. And I looked at some of the stats, and Ohio State's kind of been playing some weaker opponents. I think this is a stronger opponent. So I don't know. I think Ohio State wins, but they don't make the spread. That might be the only change I make.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we still got some pretty tough ones to think about, but I think we're pretty accurate on most of these. Like I've already said, I've done the calculations. We are 87% accuracy, which is better than some experts. So we're doing pretty good on the college end. We need a little bit of work on the NFL side, but we're going to
Yeah.
get there. All right, now we got the Alabama Crimson Tide heading to Missouri to take on Mizzou, and Mizzou's undefeated, 14th in the country. Alabama has that 4-1 record after losing to Georgia, but still in the top 10. Bama's favored by 2.5 points. I still have Bama by 7, and I think you went with this. Was it with the spread?
Yeah, I'm going with 3 points. Alabama wins. Yeah, I mean, I know Mizzou's got the best running back in the country right now. See, that's the appeal there. But I think Alabama has a much deeper team all the way around. So I'm going to say 3-point win by Alabama.
All right, and then we have an upcoming Pittsburgh team taking on a very struggling Florida State Seminole team. Florida State still 25 and top 25, but and favored by 10.5 points.
Hold on, who are they playing again?
Pittsburgh, the Panthers.
Pittsburgh, but is it at Florida State?
It is at Florida State, but Pittsburgh's kind of on the upswing. Florida State, as we know, is kind of on the downswing right now.
Yeah, I think Florida State's going to rebound a little bit. I think Florida State wins, but I think Pittsburgh's going to beat that spread. You said it was how many points? 10, you said?
10.5 points.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh. I think FSU wins by maybe 9 points.
Okay, so you originally said 3, but you're going to go with beat the spread, though, right?
Yeah, beat the spread. Yeah, and I'm going to go Florida State.
Or I mean,
Florida State
against
wins.
the spread.
Yeah, they're not going to make the spread. But Florida State wins, but won't get the spread. If the right Pittsburgh team shows up, yeah, it will be a dogfight. It will be close.
All right, and then of course Washington State travels to Mississippi to take on the Ole Miss Rebels. This spread was 32.5 by the experts.
That's insane. It won't happen. I'm going with it's going to be what Washington State will not win. It'll be Mississippi or whatever, Ole Miss, Mississippi. But they're not going to make that spread.
I
No
say a
way.
21-point game.
Yeah, that's what we said, right? 21 points or something. But yeah, that's too aggressive.
So we're in agreement on that one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, moving forward, we got undefeated Indiana Hoosiers traveling to Oregon to take on the Ducks, who's undefeated. Oregon's number 3, Indiana's number 7.
Yeah, I see Oregon winning. What's the spread on that? Oregon's going to win that.
It's 7.5 points.
7.5. Man, that is a tough spread, but I'm going to stay Oregon all the way. I'm going to say Oregon wins by 8 points.
Okay, so you're going to go with the spread. And I originally said a field goal
Yeah.
towards Indiana. It really just depends on what Indiana team shows up. I'm going to change it. I'm just going to say against the spread.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I think it could go either way, but I think it will be closer than the 7.5 is my thoughts.
Yeah. Oregon plays pretty good at home.
There's the Angel Ruskies.
That's the puppy Smurf. Puppy Smurf.
Yeah, Angel, that's what I try to do. I go by the team, not by the spread, but sometimes the spread does tell a story, though.
Yep. See, a lot of people watching this, Angel, are people that want to gamble and they want to get more insight. So that's why we are doing it the way we're doing it, to help the gamblers out too.
All right. So next game that we talked about was Virginia Tech, who's not had a great year.
No, they haven't.
They got a 2-4 record. They're going to Atlanta to take on the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech, who's 13th in the country. The spread is 14.5. Originally, you said
Georgia Tech's going to win, but yeah, I don't know if Georgia Tech. I mean, if Virginia Tech is going to give them trouble, because they've always had pretty close games in the past. That's a pretty aggressive spread.
yeah, you said against the spread, but
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to change my mind. Maybe that they just make the spread like 15 point. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Georgia Tech by 15, which is basically the spread.
okay.
Yeah, I've read some things.
I
Virginia
originally
Tech.
said a 21-point game, and I'm sticking to it. I think Virginia Tech will go out there and.
So we're on the same page then, because we're both saying they're going to make the spread.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're both in agreement on that now. Watch Virginia Tech show up and actually make it a close game.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's normal to have one or two wrong. I mean, like I said, we're 87% out of the whole time we've been doing this on college. So that's better than some experts. So I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Now we got NC State Wolfpack 4-2 record heading to Notre Dame to take on the Irish. It's a 21.5-point spread.
And they're saying Notre Dame's going to win by 21.5.
Yeah.
They're out of their mind. Okay, Notre Dame will win, but no more than 10.
Exactly. I mean, Notre Dame, yeah, they're ranked 16th in the country, but they are on the struggle bus for real.
Yeah, I know. They're not going to blow them out by that many. I mean, they could, but they would have to. Carr would have to like play a career game.
I
Because
see.
NC State is not a shitty team. You know what I mean?
I don't see it by that much. I see it being a touchdown or less, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, so we're both in agreement on that too.
Even Papa Smurf's agreeing.
Yep. Puppy Smurf.
All right. Now we have Iowa State Cyclones. They're 5-1. Just coming off of an upset loss to Cincinnati. They're heading to Boulder, Colorado to take on Colorado. And of course, we know Coach Sanders has been struggling this year, trying to get the team to click together. The spread is 2.5 points towards the Cyclones. Originally, Ted went with Iowa State with the spread by field goal. I actually was leaning towards the field goal towards Colorado.
Yeah, that's a tough game. You're right. That one. I've been thinking about that too. What the hell's going on here? My phone just turned on. Okay, so yeah, I was trying to open the thing to look. Colorado, man, they're such a mess, but they will show up when you least expect them to.
Yeah, and I just have a feeling that they're almost to that point where they're going to wake up
Yeah,
and
they're like
finish up the year
overdue.
and go
I
to a bowl
know.
game. So I mean,
Yeah, this is kind of a gut pick. That's what this has turned into. I got to turn this volume off because every time I try to open something up, the damn music's blaring through. Yeah, I just want to look at Colorado something here. Let me see here. I had to turn the volume off. Colorado football schedule. Yeah, because sometimes people go in patterns. You can see patterns with
yeah,
teams. Okay, so TCU beat Colorado last week. Okay. Yeah, they're going to be pretty pissed off. BYU just barely beat Colorado the week before by 3.
yeah, and BYU's a good football team too.
Yeah, and Houston beat them. Houston beat them by 16. And then let's see here. Georgia Tech just barely beat Colorado.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what's funny? I think I'm gonna jump onto the Colorado train. I think I'm gonna pick color. What was the spread?
2.5 towards the Cyclones. But I have Colorado by a field goal myself.
I'm gonna do just what you just did. I just looked at that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same thing because I saw like a trend just now, and I think you're right. I think Colorado's due for an upset. Iowa State played crappy the other day and got whooped. So yeah, I'm gonna jump with you on that too. I think Colorado's due for a win.
I mean, we could be completely totally
Yeah,
wrong,
well, they're at
but
home. And what I just looked at the trend. I saw I saw something that's making me pick that way. That Georgia Tech game where they barely lost to Georgia Tech.
yeah, I mean, when you look at their schedule, they could just as easily be like at a 5-1 or a 4-2
Yeah.
and be nearly ranked. So I mean,
And Iowa State, I remember I looked at the roster with you. Remember we looked at the roster? There's a bunch of people on the roster hurt for Iowa State.
yeah.
So that's why also I'm switching. So I think Colorado wins by a field goal and pulls the upset. Probably a damn overtime game too.
All right. Now the next game, we got 2-3 Florida taking on 5-0 number 5 Texas A&M. Texas A&M is favored by 7.5 points. I know you think Florida is a better football team than what they've been playing, but I don't.
Yeah, but Texas A&M is really strong, and Texas A&M is at home. So yeah, I'm gonna just. I think that spread. I think is very accurate. I think I think Texas A&M is gonna win by about 7 points. Just what the spread is.
I don't know. Texas A&M is very hard to play at. It's called the 12th man for a reason. I see it being a landslide. I see 14 plus.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the spread. That's it.
All right.
But
So yeah,
I
we're
think
we're, we're
it's yeah.
yeah we're going exactly the same that we originally thought. So that worked. This is where I may be changing my mind here a little bit. It's 4-2 Kansas heading to Texas Tech, which Texas Tech has been on fire this year. They're 5-0
Yeah.
country, but that spread is 13.5.
Yeah, I like Texas Tech. I think they're going to make the spread. I think they're going to make it. I'm going Texas Tech with the spread. It's a little aggressive, but that's, I think it's going to basically be like a 14-point win.
Me, I'm going against the spread. I'm not saying that Kansas is going to win, but Kansas has pulled off some upsets when you least expect them to, and their record is still not a bad record. So I'm going to go against the spread just because I know Kansas can be a very, very good football team when they got things clicking. Their quarterback Daniels almost made the Heisman last year. But like I said, Texas Tech has been on fire. So I mean, I could understand going with the spread, but I see against the spread for me. Which is a change from my original thought, but we'll see if my change was right or wrong. All right, now we got 4-1 Georgia, number 10 in the country, heading to Auburn and Jordan Hare, take on the Bulldogs. Georgia's favored by 3.5 points.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. I think Auburn's going to give them a hell of a fight. That's pretty much a rivalry game.
Yeah. Originally you said upset. So are you changing from upset to close?
What I picked Auburn to win.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 point favorite, and you said upset.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stay with it. I'm going to go with the upset. I think Auburn's going to win by a field goal. Screw it.
I would say go with your gut.
Yeah, my gut's saying they're going to pull an upset by 3 points. They're going to upset Georgia. That's right, because I was when I was saying it, Melissa Vaughn was going ape shit down in the chat. I remember that. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Yeah. I truly believe that's my guts telling me. I should be picking Georgia by the spread, but I'm going upset. 3-point upset.
I was originally saying 7+, but I'm going with the spread because it is a rivalry game, and that game has been close when it shouldn't be.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with the spread. So that is a change for me, and then of course Ted's going with the upset. So.
Yep.
Toasty.
And the Coasty. That's the Mr. Coasty.
All right, so we got 4-1 Michigan, 15th in the country, 2.5 point favorite, but they're heading to the USC Trojans, a big rivalry. USC's 4-1 as well, but not ranked.
We picked USC, didn't we?
Yeah,
We picked USC.
I have USC by field goal for the upset.
Me too. I also think they're going to pull the upset. Yep, USC. That game's always close.
And then South Carolina, 3-2 record, going to Death Valley to take on the LSU Tigers. LSU's 4.
Yeah, I think the Tigers are. I think LSU Tigers have rebounded a little bit. I think they're going to pull off the win. How much is the point spread?
It's 9.5.
I don't think they're going to make the 9.5 though. No, they're not going to make that spread. I see more like a 6-point win.
Yeah, and Lenore Sellers is returning. as the quarterback this week after being
Yep.
injured.
Yeah, it might only be a 3-point win, but they're not going to make that spread. So I'm going with the upset. No, well, not the upset. I'm going with the beat the spread. I mean,
I originally said 14 plus, but I'm changing to the spread just because Sellers is back.
yep. Yeah, that game might be real damn close. Real close.
Hi,
One
Lucy.
score. Lucy. Yep. That might be a super close game right there.
All right. Now this game, me and you both went with the upset. It's 5-0 BYU, 18th in the country, taking on 4-1 Arizona Wildcats, and BYU is favored by
Yeah.
2.5.
They've been scooting by. BYU's been on the lucky streak. I really think Arizona's going to have their number, and Arizona's going to pull the upset. What's the spread on that?
1.5 BYU.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a 1-point win by Arizona.
All right, we're in agreement on that one. No changes. Arizona State, number 21, 4-1 record going against 4-1 Utah. Utah's favored by 5.5 points.
I
went
like that.
7 plus. You went with spread.
Yeah, I think Utah's going to win that game.
All right. And then we got Nebraska 4-1 record going to Maryland to take on the Terrapins, who also have a 4-1 record.
Yeah, I like Nebraska. I don't know why, but Nebraska's really come a long way. They've turned that program around, and they were going to be ranked next year. So get used to seeing them in the rankings.
Yeah, you said against the spread, but Nebraska's favor. So you said a field goal game. I went with the spread, which is 6.5.
Who's favored in that?
Nebraska by 6.5.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm going to go Nebraska with the spread. But boy, if they change that spread again, I'll be changing my mind.
Yeah, do you want to go? You can keep it as against the spread just in case. If you're putting money down, would you go with the spread or against it?
That's the problem. I wouldn't bet on it. It's too close to call. I wouldn't bet on that game. I would say, yeah, I would go against the spread. I would. I don't know. I think it could be a 2, 3, 4 point game. A Nebraska win, but something under 7. Or a max win of 7. It's because it's at Maryland. If it was at Nebraska, I would say beat the spread or make the spread. But I don't know. I don't think they'll make the spread. I think it's gonna be a dogfight.
Okay, so you want to stick with against the spread then?
Yeah.
All right. Now, this one was one that was way too close to call for either one of us, but we went ahead and did a hypothetical. 3-2 Central Florida going to Cincinnati to take on the Bearcats, who just upset Iowa State, 4-1 record.
Yeah, I'm going with Cincinnati. Yeah.
Cincinnati is favored by 11.5 points.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to make that spread, though. I think they win, but they don't make the spread.
Yeah, we're both in agreement of against the spread. I said a touchdown either way. You said a field goal either way. So we're pretty much the same on that one. And then the Sunday's game that I put on here, 3-2 Utah State, traveling to Hawaii, which Hawaii has a 4-2 record. They're favored by 1.5. I said Hawaii by a field goal. You weren't sure about the field goal and just went with the spread.
Yeah, I went Hawaii spread. Yeah. It's going to be like a 2-point win.
All right, so we got our final predictions locked in now for both NFL and college, and now it's just a matter to see what happens. And we'll be doing our recap. We've been saying the beginning of the week, but it's been usually around the middle of the week here lately. So we'll let you all know. And then, as some of y'all have seen, I put out a short basketball season is coming. I don't know whether Ted will be following me along to the basketball, but I will be talking basketball with you all at some point, even if it's just college basketball. I'm not really a big NBA person myself, but if I know enough of the players to where I could probably talk a little bit about it. I'll probably have to bring an NBA expert on for NBA.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find somebody because I only watch the like the World Series, and I only watch like the NBA Finals. So like I'm just a football person. That's the thing I really like. I can do a little hockey and a little golf, but other than that, really, I'm pretty much all football.
And then baseball wise for this year, I'm probably just going to talk about the World Series.
The playoffs, whatever.
I won't start the full baseball thing until college baseball gets going in February.
Yep. Yeah, I'm limited on my sports. I just really just like football.
Which, I mean, we're still going to have stuff to talk about even during the off season for football because of recruiting and stuff like that. But and then of course we'll have the what I call the amateur football, the summer football league, XFL, and that stuff. But I'll be honest, I don't really follow it that well. I do watch Canadian football sometimes, so my favorite Canadian football team is the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Rough Rider sounds like a condom.
I know, right?
Yep.
And their colors is like a pine forest green and black. It's a really cool combo.
Yeah, we're down to 2 people. I think we scared people off. I think we hit 50. What did we hit? 18 tonight or 15?
We were up to 30 at one point.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, see, the night's the way to go. It just is. So now we got to try to back it up even more and watch if we get like 100 people for the earlier, like 10 to 9, 10, 11 o'clock. But yeah, I want to try to get a 9 or 10 o'clock session in. I'm dying to see what kind of numbers you're gonna pull, especially at the 9 or 10 o'clock hour.
Yeah, on the viewing end, this was about the same as the 1 to 2 time frame. So,
yep.
I mean, if worst comes to worst, we can always do the extreme late night because no sports goes live that late. So
yeah, I'm dying to try the 9 and 10. I'm really dying to see how many people we pull in that time slot.
yeah, we'll just have to continue the test and see what time's best and go from there.
Yeah, because the game was good tonight. The Philadelphia game was good because I was going to say let's go live at 9 or 10, but the game was too good. I kept falling asleep. See, I always fall asleep during halftime. Like that's what always knocks me out, halftime. Because you're just sitting there for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
About 20 minutes. And yeah, you just doze off.
Yeah, I slept pretty much all day today. And the sad thing is I could probably go back to sleep, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I was going to do a panel, but I'm kind of wondering if I'm not going to do one now until until a little bit later. I got to make sure I'm not going to fall back asleep.
Right?
Yeah, I'm seriously right now. Like I'm hurting right now. I'm like, man, am I going to do a panel?
Well, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with taking a good 2-3 hour nap. Start about 2:30.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. It's doing. 2 o'clock. See, because Jimmy just went live too. Jimmy
Yeah,
C.
yeah,
He
Jimmy
went
Stewart
live.
enough. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
seen that notification come through.
he did a late night. I don't know. No. Just making sure nobody else is live right now, other than Jimmy C, who went live 3 hours ago. Yeah.
I mean, really, the only thing that would change your mind is if Steve wanted to play guitar. You would have to go live a little bit earlier than 2 o'clock, I would imagine.
Yeah, because remember, Steve's still working right now. He's 3 hours behind, so it's almost 1 o'clock. So that's what 10 o'clock for Steve. Yeah, yeah. I'll probably go live. I just don't know when.
Yeah, there's never a problem with taking a brief 2 hour nap to get yourself fully awake.
Well, what it is I took my pain medication, and that's what's hitting me right now, the pain meds. So yeah,
Yeah, it will do that to you every time. That's a
yeah. It takes
guarantee.
me. Yeah, it's because I just drank a lot of water. I'll wake up in about an hour, and maybe that's all I need is just a 1 hour nap. Because the amount of water I have in me right now, I won't sleep past an hour.
Hey, them power cat naps can do wonders.
They are awesome. Yeah, because it helps you fight off the side effect. The drowsiness side effect. It helps you fight it off.
Oh, I just got a headliner that just popped up about the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy's going to be out for the game against the Lions.
Yeah, but I picked the Lions to win, didn't I?
Yeah, we both picked the Lions, but I was hesitant on going over the spread, and they just popped up Xavier Worthy's out with his shoulder for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're covered because we said Detroit will win, and
Yeah,
they'll make the spread or whatever. They'll.
and the Pittsburgh Steelers have 2 wide receivers on the injured roster. They're out for a 2 week period.
Yeah, that is a little concerning, but because it's two of them, but they'll get it done. I think they got tight ends. They got tight ends too.
Holy crap! Is this Kennesaw State first year playing football,
Might
or
be.
or just the first year in the FBS?
Might be the first year in the FBS.
Because they just whooped the crap out of Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, that's not easy to do. Louisiana Tech's a pretty good team.
It was 35-7 final. I might have to do some review on Kennesaw State. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, Louisiana Tech's a pretty good team, and then we got that guy David Blay transferred to Miami from Louisiana Tech because I remember we were so happy to get that guy. He's huge.
Yeah.
David Blay is his name. Guy is huge. He played for Louisiana Tech last year.
Yeah, and Louisiana Tech still has some really good receivers. But I tell you what, a game that was worth the watch tonight was that Tulane um uh East Carolina game.
Tulane won or lost?
Tulane won. It was 26-14. I mean, Tulane just flat out struggled in the first half. They came out they kicked the field goal, 3-0, kicked another field goal, 6-0, kicked another field goal, 9-0, kicked another field goal, 12-0. That was the halftime score. And then East Carolina scored 2 touchdowns in a row to take the lead, 14-12, and then Tulane went down the field and scored plus the 2-point conversion to make the final 26-14.
Yeah, I remember East Carolina used to play Miami all the time back in the Big Easy.
And
I remember that.
I was doing some research. Did you know that East Carolina has the 6th strongest defense in the NCAA right now?
Really?
Yeah. And for them to be in the conference that they're in, that's a surprise right there.
Yep.
But I don't think they'll be able to contend to Memphis, though. Memphis has the number 4 defense in the country right now. I really have a feeling that Memphis might make a playoff run. They're undefeated right now. I haven't really talked about them that much besides the video that I done at the beginning of the year. But originally I said that they would be like a 10-win team, and right now they're 6-0.
Yeah, what is it East Carolina Pirates? Is that their name? East
Yeah,
Carolina Pirates? Yeah.
it's the Pirates. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember, Miami used to whoop their ass every single year. And I think one year, though, they gave Miami a scare. I can't remember what year that was, but or maybe they won one year. Let me see. Let me check it out. Has East Carolina football ever beaten Miami football? It was. It was. That's right. It was 1996. East Carolina has beaten Miami, most famously in 1996 when the Pirates upset 12th ranked Hurricanes 31-6. And they did it twice because I remember it. And then in 1999, they beat them 27-23. But the 96 win was particularly historic. It was the first time the Pirates had ever defeated Miami in 9 attempts. But yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was ugly. 31-6 though. And then the 27-23. Yeah. East Carolina beat Miami 27-26, a game that was moved to Raleigh. It went to East Carolina due to Hurricane Floyd. I remember that.
Yeah.
Because they were like said, oh, if we didn't move the game up there, Miami would have won. But who knows? But yeah, East Carolina beat us, number 12 ranked Miami 31-6 in the Orange Bowl. It's not too easy to do that. But yeah, I remember that. But when you look it up, the biggest rivalry game by far for Miami is the FSU series. Florida State Miami is the biggest rivalry for, at least for Miami.
I
Let me
tell
see.
you what.
Yeah, let me see something.
I tell you what. I miss the original Orange Bowl. That stadium was hard to win in.
Yeah, they had 58 straight wins in that damn thing. And then Washington Huskies is the one that broke the string. Who was Florida State Seminoles' biggest rivalry? Yep, Miami. And then if it wasn't Miami, they said Miami's considered number 1 biggest rivalry, and then Florida is right behind there.
Yeah.
So Florida State, Miami, and then Florida State. Yeah, then Florida State, Florida. Those are the 2 big ones. And Miami might be the same. Miami, Florida might be the second biggest rivalry game. I don't know.
Yeah, they're all rivalries with each other.
Yep.
The only thing is, I don't know if Miami has any. Miami or Florida State have any other rivalries other than the Florida teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other.
With Florida, I know that Tennessee used to be a rivalry, and it ain't going to be now because they only play each other every other year now. But they also used to be rivals with Alabama, and they are also rivals with Georgia.
Yeah. Woof, woof, woof.
Hey, Beanie, yeah, my head's still hurting myself, so I've been sleeping a lot myself. Probably going to take another power nap and
Yeah,
then
those
who
little
knows
power
from there.
naps. They do help. They really do.
And nobody really fully knows a true power nap. I mean, sometimes like me, I have a BiPAP. I don't have a CPAP. A BiPAP, you can um, choose to wear it or not when you're sleeping. But if you want a really good power nap, you put one of them suckers on. You're going to sleep hard for at least 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't know the difference between the two. Let me see here.
Well,
What's
BiPAP
the
is more
difference
of
between BiPAP and CPAP? Yeah, I'm going to see what it says here. Okay, so the CPAP is continuous positive airway, and the other one is called bilevel positive airway pressure. Okay, so here's what we got on the CPAP, which is what I have. Provides a constant, continuous pressure throughout the night. BiPAP provides two different pressure levels, one for inhalation and one for exhalation. The inhalation pressure is higher than exhalation. Yeah, for some reason I didn't need it. I just need the CPAP, which is what I have, sleep apnea.
Beanie. Ted's still waiting to hear back from Steve. He may be taking a power nap before he does anything. I myself, I'm not doing a live. I know that much.
Yep.
The only one that's live right now is who? Jimmy C.
Yeah, Jimmy C's live right now. Yeah, Jimmy C's live right now. Bean's been up on the damn panel with D-Man's all damn day and night last night, so we're not gonna let him up anyway.
Yeah, I get where Beanie comes from. He he feels more at home on the panels than he does
Mm-hmm.
at home. So I get where he comes from. I do.
Yeah, I'm kind of having a fallout with Jimmy C. That's why. But he's not coming around me. I'm not going around him. But maybe I should just go over there. That's why I'm thinking, because he just started his panel up, but I don't know how much longer he's going to do it. But see, that's the thing too, Steve. I don't want to interrupt with Steve's work because I think Steve's got something going on, possibly because he sent me something, and it looks like he has to go work or play a party. I'm trying to see what this means here. I don't know what he means when he sent me this picture, but I think Steve has either a party to go to or play for.
Oh, a gig.
Possibly, yeah. I'm trying to interpret what he sent me. Yeah, I'm trying to interpret this, but I don't really know what it means.
Oh, that's some good news. The Florida State linebacker that got shot before the season in the back of the head?
Yeah.
He just got released from the hospital and going to rehab.
Yeah, who knows if I'll ever play football again.
I think he would just be happy to walk again. Right now, he's still in bed, going to rehab. So, Beanie.
Looks like another birthday. Someone's got another birthday today. Damn, all these birthday things I gotta keep dropping.
Taco's bored and Beanie's in a mood, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you see what was said there at the end?
Yeah, let me see here. But yeah, Beanie's got panel addiction. We gotta not let him up today. Yeah, I'm reading it now.
It's okay, Beanie. I get it.
Bean's got panel withdrawal. We got to help Bean out and not let him up on the panel. You break this addiction. Yeah, we got to be good friends, Wolfie. We can't let him up on the panels anymore. Got to break the addiction. I figure if we don't let him up for about 2 weeks, that should break the addiction.
Beanie can't do that.
Yeah, we got to do it. It's tough love, but we got to do it. No more Bean on panels for 2 weeks. I got to put out a bulletin and tell everybody, tell Ruffy, tell D-Man. Yeah, it's the only way we're gonna rehabilitate Bean.
I can already hear Bean cursing right now. You better not.
I kind of want to do it actually. just 2 weeks.
Space Taco says, or let me up at least.
Yeah. Oh god. It would be funny though. Bean would be going nuts. I bet you after 3 days, Bean would be going nuts. I'd probably get all kinds of messages from Susan and Julia and Sarge and a whole bunch of people are like, "Why are you not letting Bean up?"
Yeah, you would be bombarded.
Yeah, by the third day, I would think, well, let's call it the third stream. Yeah. Yeah, see, I've been waking up a little bit. I don't know. I still might need a power nap, but I'm not even sure anymore. I might just go out there and grab me something to eat. Let me think of what I got out there to eat. I've got 2 chicken sandwiches in out there that I can make. Put Swiss cheese on top of them. That kind of sounds good, actually. It just did that thing again. Did you notice that it flashed on the screen? I just saw this weird flash on the screen.
I didn't see nothing.
It's that thing that happened the other day. Remember when we were seeing that? Remember that? I just seen it.
Yeah, I don't see nothing. And right now we're talking just fine. I don't hear no echoes.
No, here we go. Look at that. Told that joke, and look at Bean already down there saying everybody hates him. That was a damn good joke I had going too, and Beans ruined it.
Yeah, but well, you know the situation that I'm referring to. It's really got him upset. So excuse me, Benny. I mean her.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my next course of action. Do I go eat something and see if it gives me some energy? I don't know. I took vitamins earlier. I took the D3. I took my the B12 complex, which usually gives me energy, and I'm peeing yellow, so I know it's in me. I even took a multivitamin. You know, to get.
Dang taco. Do you have an addiction too? It seems like
Oh hell
you're.
yeah,
Seems
tacos.
like you're quaking over there for Teddy to fire one up.
Yeah, I think tacos got more panel addiction than Bean actually. Well, maybe not more, but equal, about equal. Yeah, you know what we could do, yeah, to fight the addiction. We could just leave them down in the basement for a while. That will cure the addiction because they're kind of up there. But they'll just be in the pant. They'll just be down in the basement.
Boy, they'd be more jittery than a chihuahua and not being able to get up on panel.
Yeah, we'll just leave them down there for 30 minutes each. Look at Taco. Look at Taco. Hold on, let me grab something to eat real quick. I'm just gonna start chomping while we're talking. I got it right there, already prepared.
Heck, that might wake you up too, eating something.
Trying to figure out here.
Well, yeah, Benny, you're probably right. I know I wasn't awake for the end of it.
Almost done here. Just need a quick leak.
Lucy, I'm still dealing with a headache, but I'm doing okay. I may have to alter my liquid diet after it's been about 3 weeks now. I might have to integrate some meals in there uh, along with the liquid. I don't know. I know I'm not dehydrated. I've checked that off the list. Um, it's not blood pressure related. Um, but I don't know. I just there's periods where I feel a little bit lightheaded, and then I have a pretty much a nonstop headache. Lights bother me like a migraine, but migraines don't last 3 to 4 days.
Okay. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. There we go. So I got my little thing here. Potatoes. Lucy. But don't make me drive to you and start a live panel. Survive Teddy. Survive the purge.
Yeah, Taco, that'd be a bit of a drive. You wouldn't be able to get to Teddy and start a live until probably about Saturday evening, maybe Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, South Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, Beanie, I don't feel like I'm gonna black out or nothing, but just lightheaded and headaches. Don't even really feel nauseous, just real bad headaches, real bad sensitivity to lights. And sometimes I'll feel a little lightheaded. I thought it was dehydration, but I've been drinking nonstop, so I know that's not the problem. I've been checking my blood pressure. My blood pressure is about 115/75, so it's not blood pressure issues. My oxygen levels at 98%, so oxygen's good. I've checked literally everything that it could possibly be, and there ain't nothing left to check.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm eating a small snack here.
Well, Space Taco, the thing is, I've been on this liquid diet now for 3 weeks. I haven't had any solid food. I think tomorrow I'm going to try a light meal. I'll do like a shake in the morning, shake for lunch, and then a very low key meal for dinner, and see if that will help get some more nutrients in.
Yeah,
I
do
might.
eggs. Eggs are soft. You know what I mean? Don't do a chicken. Nothing heavier than chicken though. Yeah,
But
nothing heavier. No beef. No beef. No pork. Chicken or eggs. That's what you need to start with. Otherwise, you're gonna overload your system.
Well, Beanie, I'm already on high protein. These shakes have over, what is it, 45 grams of protein in each shake. So I'm getting protein. But I may be missing some of the other nutrients that's needed, though.
Yeah,
So
that's why you need to take a multivitamin.
yeah, I may need to get purchase some vitamins or something.
That's what I did.
That or the next time I talk to my doctor, which is this week, she's supposed to be checking in on whether I can get another round of Manjaro, and when I talk to her about it, I'll run by the option of doing a meal at night or doing some type of multi-purpose vitamin, which is probably what she'll recommend.
Yeah, I just ate. This is from yesterday, I believe. Or when did I go? Was it this morning? Was it D-Man? Or was it a day before? I think it was this morning. I got a small breakfast fry from. I got two of them because you get two for $3. I ate
Mhm.
one earlier, then I ate one just now. So it's a very, very, very small. thing of potatoes, probably 15 carbs, something like that. But that's what I ate just now. See if it's going to sink me or raise me for the panel live. I just ran out of protein cookies. What the hell was that? Did you not see that, Wolf?
No.
What the hell did just... What the hell was that? Something flashed up, and I don't know what it was. And it said something, some message popped up, but it was too quick for me to read it. That's the third one I've seen. That was weird.
I don't know.
It flashed this time at the bottom. And I don't think I touched my screen at all, but I guess I'll have to chalk it up to that. That maybe I touched my screen or something. That prompted up a message. I don't know. But yeah, I got to go tomorrow morning to Walmart to get Quest cookies. I did good, though. I only had one cookie today. That's all I ate. It was one of them cookies. I have one left. I was seeing how long I could hold out on it. Because night times is when I kind of need it. But yeah, now I'm totally out. It's helping me because it's turning off my appetite, and it's only got net gram, two net carbs. That's it. Two or maybe three. Two net carbs, I believe.
Beanie asked if I disappeared when the flash occurred.
I didn't know. No, it came up with a message. It did not hallucinate. It said currently something. It said currently. I saw that word, but I don't know what it could have said. It said currently something. I saw what it said. It said that and then a whole bunch of other stuff, but I don't know what it said. It just said the word currently. So I'm not hallucinating.
Now, I did have that icon pop up at the beginning of the stream. It said that your connection is low or something like that. It was in white, but
I think it said currently, but it could have said connection, maybe. I mean, there's a slight possibility it could have said connection. I thought it said currently, but it could have said connection. But it was at the bottom. If it would have just been light, I could say yes, I was hallucinating. But because I saw words, and I don't usually ever hallucinate words. Yeah, I don't think it was. Wow, they're teasing triples, Ghosty. It came 161 today in the daytime, and it came 969 tonight with Fireball 8. Damn, man. They're going to drop another trip, Coasty. We got a trip probably coming this month.
I would probably go with Trip Force.
Yeah, I just don't have any money to play them, because if you're going to play trips and you're going to hit good, you're going to have to spend $10 every draw. And if you go $5 every draw, you'll win $250. So, you could go ultra cheap and go for the $250, but it's still going to run you $5 every single draw, which means it's $10 every day. That's $300 for the month. And if you're not right, you're going to lose. When you win, you only win $250. So you're still going to lose $50, if it goes on forever. So that's why you got to just either win or you lose. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Where's that Coasty at?
I don't know. He might still be lurking. He hasn't commented in a while, though.
Yeah, Coasty.
We've been pretty constant with 4 to 6 people in here. We've had we've had spikes of 30. We've had spikes of 25. And then even after we stopped talking about football, we had a spike of 15 for about 5-6 minutes, and then we've been hovering between 6 to 4. So
Yeah. Little Becca Bow sleeping. The little Becca Bow. That's a Becca Bow.
Taco, I swear you're being worse than Beanie right now.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring Paco. I'm gonna leave Taco in the basement anyway.
Yeah, you too. Patience is a virtue, and if you don't have patience, guess what? People are going to teach real quick. Haven't y'all learned the ways of the Jedi yet? Patience.
Yeah.
Patience, young Padawan, patience.
Yeah, it's 124. I mean, I gotta admit that food just seemed to be the right amount because it did give me a little bit of energy. It did.
Well, it ain't our fault that you didn't do a panel, Taco. The only one that can be blamed for not going live would be yourself because you didn't do a panel.
Well, I figured out what some of the lights are. Okay, when everybody talks, when the screen populates, it makes a flash.
Yeah,
So
it does.
that's
Yeah.
part of it. Yeah, but that's not the whole problem. But that's part of the problem. So at least I figured out some of it.
That's the great thing about Patience Taco. It's free. You just chill out and wait. Beanie had a night terror. That's what that's called. That ain't a nightmare. That's a night terror. Those are worse.
Hmm. Yeah, I showed Taco. That's right. I showed Bean. I showed Taco and Old Blue Eyes. The new tags coming. So yeah, he's working on it. So he only had 40 blanks. So he's doing that, and then he had to order 60 more blanks in. So it looks like we're going to get these new tags in just in the nick of time. I would say, well, no, maybe the week before thanks. God, I keep saying Thanksgiving of Halloween.
Oh
About
yeah.
the week, yeah. I don't know why I keep saying Thanksgiving. I keep wanting to say Thanksgiving, but yeah, just before Halloweeny, we're going to get those tags in.
You know, if
Yep.
I had a costume ready, I would suggest us doing a Halloween panel.
We are
And
going to try to do something. I'm going to have to just figure out something to put on. Yeah, I got to try to figure out something. I
something a
remember
little
this.
fun and creative.
I used to have this Frankenstein mask, and it was actually I looked pretty good in it, but it was so freaking hot. I had to just toss it. But I remember that mask. I don't know whenever I ever got rid of it, but I had it. I haven't seen that mask in 20 years plus, maybe 30 years actually. Probably gave it away or ripped it by accident or something.
Taco, do I dare ask why you lost your mom's wedding ring to begin with? Yeah, maybe that's a too personal question. Never mind. Scratch that.
Yeah, we've been on here an hour and 40 something minutes, and then I don't know if the sports people are going to want to hear all this babbling.
Well, I can always put in the details. If you want to listen to the sports part, only go an hour and
Yeah. You know
20
what? You need
minutes.
to write that. Yeah, write that, because if you go beyond your content, you really want to, like when I do with Steve with guitar now, I tell people where the guitar part is, because some people don't want to hear the music. So anytime you're kind of against what the stream was about, you need to like put it in either the description or in the music or in the description title.
Yeah.
Put sports through this amount of time and then talk. And then just by you writing that, they'll want to hear what you said, and you'll actually get more people to listen to the whole thing. Just by letting them know, but just by you telling them basically to not listen, it makes them want to listen.
Yeah.
So that's why I suggest doing that. Because when you tell somebody not to do something, and then they have it right in front of them, they're going to do it. They're not going to listen to you. They're going to listen. They're going to go and listen. Tell people not to do something, you don't do it. You're thinking, okay, there's something good, there's something juicy, there's something embarrassing.
Now, Beanie, when I do go live next for a panel, I am going to do some of that. Just fair warning. Because you do have a tendency to get motor mouthy sometimes, and I will remind you.
Yep. Yep. You guys were listening. You guys were waiting for that.
Yeah, I figured Wilma wouldn't be on here tonight, but I'll still do the how for. Oh.
Oh yeah, Wilma's sleeping. Ow, Wilma Ruski. Yeah, we'll deprive her of the dolphin. We'll just do the wolfie.
Yeah, she got to be here to get the dolphin.
Yep. No, Wilma Ruskies.
All right, so you're awake now. You're contemplating on going live now.
Yeah, I'm kind of awake now. So yeah, see, sometimes things work out for the better. It did. That definitely woke me up a little bit. So yeah, it's starting to look favorable. It's looking favorable. I'm looking at my other phone. I'm thinking, am I really doing this? Am I really going to fire this thing up? Do I really want to do it? And then part of me saying no, 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 and part of me saying yes, yes, yes. So I'm still conflicted. All I got to do is close my eyes for 10 minutes. If I fall asleep, then it wasn't meant to be. But if I stay awake, I will fire the live up. And then I'll be live by what, 2 a.m., something like that?
Yeah, about to. Yeah.
Yep, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to just close my eyes for 10 minutes. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep, and then I'll do a super late night Insomniac Live. But if I wake up, then bingo, I'll be good.
All right, you two. There you go. Now you know the answer.
Yeah, because I am waking up, and I'm still getting more energy. That's all I'm saying. I'll close my eyes for 10 minutes, but I'm getting energy, so I'll probably just wind up doing the live. But I'm going to do it. It's just when I'm going to do it is the question.
So cross your fingers, cross your toes. You might get your wish.
Yeah, and then that's right. Like I said, I'm gonna keep Taco and Bean off anyway. Yeah, I'll bring you up, Wolfie. It'll just be me and you on the panel.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Taco. Look at Taco. Uh, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We don't. We got to get out of here before it's. We're creeping up on 2 hours already.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see everybody on the next one. I think I might even do StreamYard on our next one on here.
Yeah, maybe.
Only at the fact that I think I want to bring Brett in on the next one.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, we bring Brett.
Beanie says I'll just stay in the bushes.
Yeah, I'm seeing that about manager mod something. Yeah, I still gotta. Yeah, because I don't think. I guess by Steve, what Steve sent me, he's got obligations tonight, so I don't think Steve's gonna be available tonight. So that's good. At least we know. That's the whole thing. I just want to know. That's all.
Yeah, Beanie, that's all you gotta do. Just don't act up.
Yeah.
You know, Beanie, actually, when you are low key,
Yeah.
you're not that bad. It's just that once you get on a subject, it's like an adrenaline rush, and then you just it keeps getting a little worse and a little worse and a little worse until you're out of control. Kind of like addiction, actually. So yeah, just be aware of your surroundings. You know who you're talking to, and that'll help you for the most part. And then controlling the motor mouth part. Make sure that you're uh keeping it even on panel. So that those two will get you a long way right there. But I know some others that could use some work on that one, but I'm not going to go there. Oh, Sabrina Cooper? I didn't know she was live tonight. I thought she was live tomorrow. Hmm. All right, yeah, we're pushing the 12-hour mark. We're going to go ahead and hop on off of here, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yep.